Hello, Kit fans. What's that from?
I don't dance anymore because
we'll get to that in a second.
I don't think anyone can see me, but for 30 seconds I do my little.
They 100%. They 100% could see you. We'll get to that in a second. Hello, Kit fans, and welcome back to Talking Kit. This is Full Kit Rankers, the #1 ranking show on the internet, I am sure. Yeah, we are the Talking Kit boys. There's only two of us this week. One is up in the northeast, gigging, telling jokes, and doing very well at it. That is James. But I'm Double A, and as always, I'm here with Sean. Good episode last week. I wasn't here. I was obviously at Shrek the Musical, which I'd booked pre-pandemic. Finally managed to watch it. It was very entertaining. Not as entertaining as coming home and watching that show. You were on form, Sean, I have to say. He was very good.
I was just filler. I was just there to fill.
Hey, all killer, no filler with you. That's what it is. All killer, no filler.
Anyone famous in Shrek?
No, it was like a local amateur dramatics. They were very good, though. Don't get me wrong. But no one you'd know. All very local people to me, where I live. But it was good. But I did miss being on the show, as you probably can imagine. So I am back, and yeah, we've got another great episode lined up for you. A brilliant panel as always. It seems to get better and better. More people wanting to get involved in the show, which is what it's all about, speaking to the community about kits and getting their thoughts on them. So yeah, like I said, no James this week, but we have got us two. And as always, the diva of the kit community, as he's widely known now. I've heard rumors that he's going to change his Twitter handle to the Diva Kitsman, and also that he threw a Rafa Benitez facts kind of fit when questioned if he was the greatest person in the kit community. Is of course Josh, aka the Kitsman. Evening, pal. You okay?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. How many more of those have you got in your joke book, mate? Have you got any more?
I'm not gonna lie. That one was literally. I thought of that while we were talking backstage a minute ago.
I thought you were reading it off something. It did seem that way.
No, genuinely, that was all off the top of my head. Literally, just a couple of seconds ago. Yeah.
Very good.
But the more elaborate, the better for you, mate. Because obviously, you are the showpiece of the kit community. We all know that, don't we?
It's not true.
Of course it is. But anyway, are you okay? Have you had a good week so far?
Yeah, it's been very average. I won't lie. But this is what we wait for. This is what we come on for. This is where your week gets better.
Exactly. We're here to rank to get you over the hump. That's what
absolutely
we want to do. But no, it's great to have you as always, mate. It's always
likewise, man.
To spend my evening with you. Next on the show, returning to Full Kit Rankers, a brilliant guy. Loves talking about kits with him. Big in the kit community is Ryan from Northern Ireland Classic Shirt Co. Evening, pal. You okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks very much for having me back on.
Very welcome that you've accepted the invitation, mate. It's great to have you on. I think was you on the Ajax episode, wasn't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So no, it's great to have you back, mate. And I get value your opinions on shirts. It's obviously doing what you do. So yeah, thanks for spending a bit of time with us on a Wednesday night.
Oh, no problem at all. More than happy to be here.
Brilliant. So yeah, a new panelist on the show. He's just recently part of a trio as well. Recently released or started a brand new podcast talking all about kits. So he's more than welcome on our show because we are like-minded. It is Jake, aka Jake Shirts, obviously not also known as one part of Talk Shirty to me. How's it going, Jake? You okay?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. How are you all?
Great, mate. Good. All the better for having you on the show.
Oh, you're too kind.
How's the pod been received? How's it gone down so far?
It's actually gone down really well. We three of us are in the WhatsApp group, and we are actually kind of like taken aback by how well it's gone down. Because yourselves, of your own podcast, we talk about football and a bit of random stuff as well. So yeah, quite surprised how well it actually has gone down. So
great. I've listened to it, mate. I really enjoyed it. It's really really good listen. So yeah, if anyone watching, make sure you go and check it out. Talk Shirty to mate. Great podcast. Great first episode. And yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it.
Oh no, thank you for having me.
No, anytime. Finally on the panel tonight is a Talking Kit regular. You could say he's like our adopted brother. The weird looking one that no one really pays any attention to. But he's also part of a great podcast. If you're into your noughties football, it's one to check out. Team of Our Lives. It is, of course, Ollie. How you doing, pal? You okay?
Yeah, good. Glad to be adopted into your weird family, Aaron. So, lovely stuff.
You've met two of my cousins who clearly are weird as it is.
So that's true. Yeah, that's true. To be fair. Yeah. Yeah, happy days.
Right in. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, mate. I'm glad to.
Appreciate it.
Some more content. It's always good to have you on.
Likewise. Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah, great. So here it is. This is our panel for tonight. We are ranking 10 supposed leaked kits for next season. Big shout out to Footy Headlines. I have been on their website, checked their sort of post regarding kits that are due to come out next season. And yeah, you'll see pictures from their website. So yeah, if this is your first time talking kit, do make sure you like the video. Also subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 1K. We are steadily getting there, getting a lot better. Views are going up, subscribers are going up. So yeah, help us if you can. It's free. It don't cost anything, and it would be great to have you part of the Talking Kit community. So yeah, like I say, 10 kits that are due to be released next season, and hopefully, you like most of them. Big up to the football shirt connoisseur saying what's up, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you have any comments about the shirts, do make sure to hit the chat and let us know if you like any of the shirts or don't like them. That'd be great. So yeah, 10 shirts that I have seen. They are likely to change, I imagine, before the start of next season. Some of them might not even be released at all. But I thought it'd be a good episode. It is starting to get that time where you're seeing a lot of shirts being released or potential shirts being released for teams for next season. So yeah, let's get a couple of people together and see if they like the ones that potentially could be getting released. So we'll start with number 10. Coming in dead last, it was the Spurs away shirt. Got a measly 17 points. I think not a lot of people were rating this one. 3 people put it dead last in their list, and that was Ollie, Jake, and Josh. As he is the diva, we better start with him. So Josh, 10th in your list. Why is this the worst kit of the 10 for you?
It's just not a football shirt, is it? I mean, I think that's what it boils down to. I mean, I made a point earlier in the week about like futuristic designs and like they're not being sort of there as much as you'd like. And I'm sort of eating my words a little bit, but when I see this, I just think of sort of like snorkeling gear and sort of, your aqua wear and whatnot. I just don't see a football shirt, and the paneling looks really, really, really strange, doesn't it? I don't quite understand that. I know Nike have been having a lot of fun recently, but I prefer Spurs. I would much prefer them keep their away shirt for this year, like forever. I think that is a good version of crazy for me. This one, it just, I don't know. Like I said, it could be that this isn't the one we sort of like end up with. I mean, it looks like a render, doesn't it? Like a graphic that's been made up. I don't think that's a photograph of a shirt, is it? But also, we don't have the luxury of seeing it in action either. And sometimes our sort of minds change on opinions when we see it in action. So again, if this is a thing and it comes out and you see the shorts and socks of it, it could be good, but no, it just does not look like a football shirt.
No, I know what you mean. I put it 8th in my list, but because I liked it at first, and I think I had a conversation with you, Jake, and you was shocked that I liked it at all. I think you put it dead last, obviously, in yours. It kind of reminds me of a throwaway of. Do you remember the Nike Air Max one we did a couple of seasons ago, last season or whatever it was? They kind of look similar to that, but not as good, and that wasn't even great. So Jay, yeah, 10 for you as well, mate. Echoing what Josh has said so far.
Yeah, definitely. I normally like a central badge on the shirt, but I'm just looking at it again on screen, and it's just the colour scheme as well. Like the lime green, the black, the purple. It's a bit all over the place, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Ollie, we'll come to you then because I know the third person to have it 10th. So yeah, give us the reasonings behind it coming dead last for you.
It's just dreadful. It's the most ugly thing I've ever seen in my life, and I look in the mirror each morning. It's just I'm not a big fan of the colour scheme. Again, I agree with Josh. It kind of looks like either scuba diving equipment or something a Formula One driver would wear to kind of like, strap his helmet into. A central badge, not a big fan of. It's just, I'm not sure who would have designed this and then thought, you know what, I'll send this to my boss. It's just pretty dreadful. Spurs have had some weird shirts down the years. And I like a bit of a rogue shirt, but that is something else.
Yeah, I agree. We'll switch up a little bit because Sean seems to like it a little bit more than everyone else. He had it 5th in his list, middle of the road.
Typical.
I wish I'd put it last now. After what everyone was saying, but when I looked at it straight away, I thought, "Oh, that's different from Spurs," and I quite like it. But it does look like it should be the back of the shirt anyway. It's like it should have a different frontage, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I'd say about 7th or 8th, really.
7th or 8th. Nice out rating.
6, maybe 5.
Okay, not too bad then. Just a couple of comments here. YL Al, I'm going to say your name really bad. I'm really sorry. YL Al Macagre. Never been a fan of a centre position of the swoosh. I don't know. I like centralised myself. I'm a bit of a fan. We'll finish off you. We'll finish off you, Ryan. You had it 8th on your list, mate. Anything?
It would have been bottom. It would have been bottom for the other 2 I put below it, if that makes sense. If they weren't there, then that would have been bottom. It's just, to be honest, it's the shoulders annoy me because it's just such a waste. They could have done something with that, even if they'd have made it to be white and had sort of a pattern through it or something. If they were trying to be a bit bolder, but to just put black, it's like, I've done the rest of it. I'll just fill it black and send it off. That's it. It's almost like, the shift's over. How quick I need to do something. So I'll just make it black shoulders and email it off here. It's just, they could have had a lot more fun with it and made it a bit more outrageous the way they've done with the space kit that they have this season, for example. And you'd just say that's their crazy kit for, out of the 3. But especially with the home being so plain usually. But yeah, I don't know. It just, the shoulders of it just looks stupid to me. Like it's just a bit of a waste.
Yeah, I think it seems like the panel all agree with you there, Ryan. So yeah, dead last, 17 points. It is the potential Spurs away shirt for next season. Not many fans here for that one. So we'll move on. Number 9 on the list with 22 points. A lot of their fans won't be happy, especially this comment from a Liverpool fan. Steady cam man. Nice to see you, Josh. Oh, Josh, you got another fan coming through. Great show, Aaron. Well, yeah, great guests as always. It's nothing to do with me. It's obviously all about the guests and obviously the content. That's all I'll say. The next one is it's the Liverpool home shirt for next season. I had it last. I won't lie. Just think it looks very, very boring. Nothing to do with the fact I'm a United fan at all. If anyone suggests that. And it come low pretty much everywhere. James had it 2nd, surprisingly. No one else had it above 8th. We'll start with Ollie on this one. You had it 9th on your list, pal. Why is this the worst kit in the world ever?
I mean, you can't really describe it, can you? Because just look at it. It's just red. I know it's Liverpool, but it is just bland and quite boring. And yeah, as a fellow United fan, I had to put it near the back somewhere. So I can't. It's not enough words to warrant describing it because it is just what it is. It looks like a training. One of those tops you get from Argos if you're setting up a five-a-side team.
You're not too far wrong, mate. Ryan, you had it 9th as well. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's just that collar is massive. Is it a dress or is it a shirt? It's so big. Like if they were going for a sort of classic style shirt and they were really trying to make it plain, like shirts of the 80s or whatever, the early 90s to a certain degree with only one or two features to them, then fair enough. But make a collar practical. It just looks ridiculous. It looks far too vague. So if that's what it means and it was around back, maybe I could, put it up the list a bit. But I just don't see the need for a collar to be that huge. It'll be really impractical to wear, I think. I'll never wear it, but it will be impractical for their fans, I'm sure.
Definitely. Good point raised here by Whale. This template will be used wider next season. If this is their shirt, I imagine a lot of Nike shirts then will probably follow this template. Jake, you had it in 8th place. Do you agree with that? Do you think it's a neckline that we're going to be seeing a lot? You there, Jake?
Nope. I think he's froze. I think no, he's back.
He's just caught him so off guard. He's frozen in despair.
He's in stop motion now.
Sorry, my internet's been done. It's just boring, isn't it? It's just I can't see any extra detail or anything. And like Ryan said, the collar is a bit bizarre, isn't it? But yeah, it's just unlike the other ones on the list. It's just at least the Tottenham one had a bit of color scheme to it, even although it was bad. But yeah, this one's just boring. Yeah,
really boring. I think the other picture I had was of the back. I mean, yeah,
it's just exactly the same, isn't it? Really?
It's not great. A small tone of a different shade of red, but that's about it. Josh, again, you had it 8th as well, mate. So yeah, give us your thoughts, please.
Yeah, it's not horrendous. It's just nothing special, is it? I must admit, I did like Nike's first offering of this sort of partnership with the light hint of green. Thought that was really nice. Thought the collar on it was decent too.
Yeah.
This one seems to have been played very safe, doesn't it? They haven't had any sort of like crazy shirts with the partnership yet. This one seems to be very sort of low key, doesn't it? Again, it could be one of those ones which turns out to be better in the actual shots. I don't know. We're seeing an image here that it's pretty high res, I say. It looks genuine, doesn't it? They've even got the Liverpool tag there. This could well turn out to be legit. If it is, I don't think anyone's going to sort of like write home about it. It is just a solid Liverpool shirt, isn't it? There's not a lot you can really talk about here, I'm afraid. Hopefully, their away and third shirt offerings are a bit more exciting. I sense they will be if this one's the way that it is now. So, yeah, good, just very forgettable at this moment in time.
Yeah, I agree. Football shirt connoisseurs asking this or the Puma template. I'd rather see all kinds of cleavage than that Puma template, mate. So yeah, I'll go with this one. I mean, 100%. Finish off for you then, Sean. Night out rating. We'll just get that from you on this one.
Yeah, it's just they're playing at 2 out of 10. I'd say. I'm not going out with
that. Sounds about right. So yeah, finishing 9th on our list for potential shirts for next season is the Liverpool home shirt. 22 points out of potential 70, so not doing very well at all. And we'll move swiftly on to number 8 on the list. This got 32 points, so a little bit of a jump now. But yeah, still finishing in 8th place. And it was the potential PSG home shirt. Sees a return to the white stripe down the centre. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy regarding this season's kit when it was removed. So they brought it back. Big gap there for the sponsor, which I'm not a fan of myself. I had this 7th personally. James had it 1 place lower in 8th. Sean, we'll start with you because you had it 3rd as well as Josh. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on PSG offering here?
I really like it. I like the piping, the red piping. I like the centralised big stripe down the middle. Maybe the sponsor could be a little bit lower. Have you got a picture of the back or not?
I don't, unfortunately, mate. No.
I like it. It looks a little bit classy.
Yeah.
I'd wear it on a night out anyway.
What's your rating for a night out?
8.5. I'd wear that.
8.5. Well, there you go.
Strong.
That's high.
Josh, yeah, you had it similar to Sean in third. Big fan then?
Yeah, I like it. I think, and don't quote me on this, but just looking at it just now and the way that middle stripe sort of like pivots out there, is that almost playing into the fact that is the top of the Eiffel Tower, almost like it's doing that? I could be wrong.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
If that's doing that, that's nice. It's very cramped up there, isn't it? With the old swoosh and the badge, there's not much breathing room up there. But again, don't dislike it. The sponsor preferred it when it was Fly Emirates. Thought that aesthetically looked a lot better. I personally don't think this will be it. I don't know. It doesn't seem totally on par like it would be it. It's a few things that might seem a bit off to me. They're a bit of a fashion brand now, aren't they, Paris Saint-Germain, as opposed to sort of like a world-class football team. They do like to sort of pimp up their shirts, and this could well be at. They might accessorize it a little bit more. I don't know, but solid enough, I'd say. Solid enough. Very PSG-esque.
Yeah, you're right. YL asked says the sponsor ruins a potentially nice shirt. Ryan, you had it there last, pal. Would you agree with that, or would you think it's beyond repair? This shirt.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they're sort of stuck with the sponsor, so I probably should compromise a bit with that. But I just hate it. I don't even know what a core live limit is, and I don't want to know. It doesn't even make me want to look forward at all, really. And I think as well, just if you're going to have that line down the middle, because of the old shirts that maybe had something relatively similar, they weren't that sort of neat fit. So it's kind of like trying to use an older design and force it onto something new. The PSG shirts always have that sort of, they feel like they have that slightly neater fit, or they should be worn sort of neater. You wouldn't wear it baggy, you wouldn't wear it to size up. So I don't see how that design can sort of translate to a modern shirt. I think they're better just admitting that they're a modern team now. They're the fashion brand that they are, and to stop trying to relate back to the 90s and early 2000s shirts, so just do something new each time, like they've sort of done with the Jordan shirts over the last few years. Because they're not exactly a team with a huge history that you're flying back to and going, oh, that's the kit for this or that's the kit for that sort of thing. So just be honest and stop trying to go that way. I think they should just have something really new every year, because they're a new club with a new history that they're trying to make every year with the money and stuff behind them now as well. So yeah, it's a bit like City doing that thing with the clock with the kit for this season. Still relatively recent history, but at least they're admitting that and they're sticking to it that way. They've got they're a new club, a new sort of style to it, and that's what they're sticking with. PSG trying to relate back to the older days just doesn't. It's just it doesn't work for me at all.
Yeah, so some really good points there. Ollie, you had it in 7th. Let us know what you think of this one.
Yeah, I think it's not the best PSG shirt in the world by any stretch of the imagination. I think their third kits and their away kits can sometimes be quite creative, and they kind of push the boundaries a bit, which is quite nice. Other than that Louis Vuitton style one they done back in 2008, was it? Around then? That's god awful. I know you got pretty passionately angry about that. But I agree with what Josh said. Yeah, the badge and the Nike tick seem far too close together. The racing stripe down the middle being interrupted by the sponsor as well just looks a bit naff. It could be a bit more neat and tidier. But yeah, it kind of reminds me, there was a Ferrari a few years back where they charged you an extra 30 grand to put a racing stripe on it. It kind of just reminds me of that. It's not great at all. Even the stripe just looks a bit too thick as well for me. It kind of takes up a lot of the shirt, and then having that sponsor dead in the middle just cutting it in half, it just looks someone's done a really bad Photoshop job. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's not the real shirt, but yeah, not a fan. And that badge might as well be in their chin.
True.
Yeah, very true. Finishing us off then, Jake, 7th as well for you, mate. So yeah, let us know what your thinking is behind this one.
Well, really all my points have been said. Like the badges are too congested together, the sponsors too high up. I like the stripe, but like previously has been said, it's a bit too thick for me as well. But yeah, it's got potential definitely, but looking at it now, it needs a bit of work, I think. So yeah, I had it 7th for that reason.
Yeah, so there we go. 8th on the list with 32 points is this potential PSG home shirt. Some good points, some not. The return of the stripe. Is it going to be seen next season for the Paris club? We'll move on then. 7th in the list, just by 1 point, 33 points overall, is the Real Madrid home shirt. So it does say there is a prediction accuracy at 85%. Like I say, these are from footy headlines. Very, very likely to change. We are just judging these designs of what we can see. So it's a return to the purple stripes. Very 90s-esque sort of design for Real Madrid. Josh nodding his head there. We'll start with you then, mate. 7th on your list. What are you thinking then of the Madrid club?
Yeah, they don't make bad home shirts. I don't know really one that sticks out in my mind that's bad. I think this is one I'll grow to love a little bit more. In fact, I'm already thinking I've rated it too low. They've got, again, this is 85% accuracy. This might change, but it seems like a big feature to put on it if it's not. But the badge being sort of watermarks across the shirt, I'm guessing that's tiled in. That's quite cool. I went to the Bernabeu recently, sort of before COVID, just to not that recently actually, to sort of check out their museum, and they had loads of past shirts, and I saw one by Kelme, and I'm pretty sure they had one where they had like a patterned either badge or their logo, which I thought was quite nice, and it's reminding me a little bit of that. They like to sort of throw in different sort of secondary colours, don't they? You've had orange, you've had teal. I think what we had recently, the orange and blue last year, and now we've got what is that, like a purpley lilac? So I assume that'll be through most of their shirts. I think Fly Emirates and the Adidas logo in black. Yeah, that's great. You can never really have the Madrid logo in anything other than the way that it is. And I think that's a really smart collar. It's quite neat and intricate. I don't know whether or not that's got a button on it or whatnot, or whether or not it's just open. But I'm a sucker for a collar, and if that turns out to be one, I think that will also make it go up in my estimation. So I'll put it as 7th, but starting to eat my words.
It can happen. Happens a lot on this show. James also put it 7th. I had it 9th. I'm not a big fan of this shirt at all. Sean, 8th for you. Night out rating?
Why it's a good shirt to have on a night out. On a night out, I'd give it 6 out of 10. But I don't like the kit. I don't really like Real Madrid kits. I think the only one I've liked is, I think it was 2000, was it, when they had no sponsor? I like that one because it had a collar on it and it was just plain white. It's not doing much for me.
Okay, fair enough, mate. We'll go to Jake. 6 on your list, pal. What are your thoughts, mate?
It's just like it's a bit more interesting than the Liverpool one. It's a bit classier, I think. I like the purple trims. I like the collar as well, but yeah, I think it's only 6th on my list because I think the ones below it are much poorer than it. Not that I really like it. I just think it's just a safe 6 for me.
Yeah, fair enough. YL says the collar shape is cool, but the violet color seems repetitive. Yeah, like Josh says, they do repeat certain colors: black, teal, sort of orange, blue, and the purpley lilac on their trims a lot of the time. Real Madrid. Ollie, you had it 5th, so middle of the road. What you thought?
Yeah, it's. I think I agree with what you guys have said about the collar. It looks quite nice and tidy. It's a very symmetrical shirt as well, which is always appeasing to the eye. Like where the Adidas badge and the Real Madrid logo kind of parallel to each other, so it kind of looks half decent. And the purple lilac stripes. Didn't he have a shirt in the late noughties? Or was it? I kind of can picture Ruud van Nistelrooy in like the purple kind of B-Win sponsor.
Guys.
0708, yeah.
0708, yeah, around then. So as a noughties connoisseur, little bit of a throwback to them is a nice touch. But yeah, 5th.
Cool. Finishing off with Ryan then, because you had a second in your list, mate. So you must be a bit of a big fan of this one.
Yeah, well, it's the idea of the collar not having a button, just sort of sitting. It's quite nice. Because they usually do make them with a button that doesn't always last. So they're just removing that from happening in the first place. You don't have to worry about it. And I quite like the sort of lilac purple stripes. I think when I talked about when I was on for the Ajax shirts before, I was saying about Adidas always having these short stripes. And I really wish they would have them, the full way down the sleeve. But I suppose with how that is with a collar, you can sort of get away with not having it almost, because there's something a bit different there, because the collar, it's not just a round neck or the other template that they've had recently. So, and if the badges are going to be through it as well, they'll hopefully have a slight shine to them then, so it just sort of breaks up the plain white. I'd be surprised if they do that, to be honest, because I don't think it's something that's been well received. Like you see it with the Puma stuff recently. I know people don't like the lines across the chest and stuff, but some people didn't like it with like the Milan third, for example. The badges through it. I thought that was pretty cool, so I kind of like that feature. But whether or not they actually do it, but if they do or they don't, I still rate the shirt very high.
Brilliant. So yeah, there we go. The Real Madrid potential home shirt for next season, coming in 7th on the list with a total score of 33 points. Could we be seeing that at the Bilbao next season? We shall see. 6th on the list then. We'll get straight into it. 35 points on this one, and it was the Bayern Munich home shirt potentially with a nice big arm shadow in the middle of the shirt. But someone taking a picture of it looks like.
Was that not a part of it?
Yeah.
Is it? I thought it was
it's a shadow with all their trophies. That's what it is.
Probably.
Just
Josh, I'm seeing a giraffe in that shadow. Not a dog's face, but a giraffe. Yeah.
There is definitely some giraffe features going on here. Yeah,
Not
influenced by our recent safari. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're 6th on the list. We might as well start with Ryan because it was top of the list for you, pal. What do you love so much about this effort?
I am a bit of a sucker for Bayern shirts anyway, although this season's with a two-tone red I didn't quite like, so it's nice that hopefully they're going back to a solid red colour. And I like the fact it's not sort of blatantly red and white, unless the photos maybe construing that, but it's sort of like a creamy sort of colour to the collar and the stripes as well. And the sponsor I like the fact they put the thicker line through it, because I know they have this, there's no sort of structured pattern to that, but at least they put the thicker line through it. I don't know, I just think it looks a lot better. And it kind of reminds me of, double checking there, it's a 2001 European home shirt that they had always liked as well. So although again, I wish they would put the stripes all the way down to the sleeves, but that's just a personal preference for Adidas, I guess, and they're never ever going to honour because the sleeve sponsors now, but it would be nice if they'd done that. But just out of the bats of 10 shirts, for me personally, that was probably my favourite, or potentially the Juventus one, because it doesn't have a 4x4, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. No problem. So yeah, 5th for me, 4th for James, 6th for you, Sean. Night out rating, quickly. You're on mute, mate. Probably on mute
Oops, sorry, mate. 5 out of 10. It looks like when you're trying to start up a telly in the 90s, doesn't it? Do you know when it starts tuning in?
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. Bayern have had well better kits, and it's a glow down in it.
A glow down from Bayern. Yeah, but fair enough. We'll go to Jake. You had it 9th on your list, mate. So let us know why it's not that great.
It reminds me of United's shirt last season. You know, with the interruptions in like the red pattern. It just looks like a bus seat. I'm just not a big fan of it at all. And like you said, it looks like a 90s TV starting up as well. I just it's a bit all over the place really for me.
It does. The bus seat's a good shout. Next up, Josh, you had it ninth as well, mate.
Yeah,
tell us why.
I think Adidas have had and Bayern have had better shirts. I really do think this is, like you say, a step down. Kind of reminds me of when I was at school and I used to accidentally buy non-lined paper, and I'd have to sort of get a ruler and sort of like create lines myself. And you'd always get some which were thicker than others. That's what that reminds me of. Bad memories. And it seems like they brought that back from last year with the Germany shirt, I think it was. It very much reminds me. In fact, is that the Germany shirt pattern, the one with the I don't know if it is or not. I doubt it would be, but it looks very reminiscent of that. I just don't like, because Juventus had it as well, where it wasn't a solid line. It was almost like, your Sharpies running out. And that for me is not great. I've heard rumours that the T-Mobile logo is changing, so that might just be in there for filler. The fact that it's got that bold sort of outline on it as well means your eyes kind of go straight to it. Again, if it's modified slightly, I think it would. It would probably sort of go back into favour, but for now, I just think there have been better Bayern shirts. To be honest with you, this one is not what I would look for.
Yeah, fair point, mate. Football shirt connoisseur saying exactly the same template as Flamengo. I don't know if you've seen the article on the headlines. You do mention that it's the same as a Flamengo shirt, which is not the same at all. But each to their own. We'll finish off with you then, Ollie, on this one. You had it 8th, I believe. What's the dealio with this one for you?
Yeah, I could just echo what everyone else has said. Really, it's not the best Bayern shirt in the world. I think was it 2010 around then they had like a similar shirt with kind of thicker white lines. And I marked it low down because I'm really off-put by the different sized lines. If that makes sense, it's kind of distracting. Maybe it's a tactical thing. In the sense, how like naval ships kind of paint the size of the ships to look different sizes and shapes from distances. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just looks really off-putting, like a weird barcode.
Yeah. Looks like the kind of shirt Robbie Fowler would really like, but we'll move on quickly on that
one. Very good. Very good.
Well, yeah, there we go. 6 on our list, 35 points. It is the Bayern Munich potential home shirt for next season. So we'll move on quickly. 5th on the list. I really thought this would be higher. I'm a big fan of this one. It is the potential Atletico Madrid 3rd shirt, changed from the sort of home and away. This potential effort, it is a mock-up as it does say there, but a potential effort for Atletico. 4th on my list, Sean, dead last for you. Same with James. Not a fan then, mate, I'm guessing.
It looked very weak. Almost like a plaster. The skin-coloured plasters. And it's just it's not hitting me the same as any of the, like, there's no impact feeling when I look at it. Especially when you get your first impressions and everything, which counts. It's not like, and the shoulders aren't even linked. Like where the darker gold and the red don't join up to the shoulders. Like there's something missing there. If there's like a black or white pipe in there, it might make it a bit better. But I like the bear and the tree on the back of the collar. That's about it.
Yeah. Opposite to that, Ollie, it was 2nd on your list, mate. Tell Sean why he's wrong.
Well, he said it was weak. It's probably the same colour as a weak tea bag. But I quite like that. It's kind of a bit hipstery, a bit earthy. I think Atletico have had some good third kits down the years and some good away kits. They've kind of pushed the boundaries a bit, particularly in the noughties, of course. But yeah, I kind of liked it because of how different it was. Atletico do tend to have good collars as well, nice fit collars. Kind of like that. I like the way the badge, kind of the black badge, blends into the red as well. I just think that kind of pops a little bit. But yeah, it's different, and it could have the potential, in my eyes, to be one of those classics in 10, 20 years time.
Yeah. Josh, you would obviously agree. You had it second as well, mate. So, yeah, let us know your thoughts, please.
Yeah, I kind of like this to be that shirt. It doesn't seem like it will be. Just reading a little thing there, mock-up, correct colours, fantasy design. So
Yeah.
part of me is really excited to see that, but ultimately knows I'm going to be let down quite heavily. Yeah, I've also heard rumour that they're faffing about with the badge again.
Yeah.
They've recently sort of changed it already. So I think the bear and the tree, I think, was all mono with the colour set as well. But they're on about changing it back again. I just don't understand why they would do that. It's not been confirmed, but there's been enough reports of it to have at least an element of truth to it. No, I think it's a nice color set. I personally haven't seen that particular set of colors put together so often. Atletico Madrid do seem to have a really nice set of kits. What I mean by that is all of their kits seem to sort of like they're almost like part of a set, like they belong together. So I hope that this is sort of like one of the standout points for it. I don't know if we know if it's an away or a third shirt, do we? But I suspect if it is the third shirt, then they'll probably go a bit more crazy with it. Maybe the socks might be the same colour as that sort of peach there. And I like it as well. Again, I know it's very much a fantasy design, but the way that it's all mono black on all the detailing as well. I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, hope it's true, but probably
not. Probably not. Ryan, you had this 6 in your list, mate. Yeah, tell them.
Just because the ones below it, I hear it more, basically. No, it's a shame because I like the collar. You'll probably hear that a lot with collars normally with me. I just don't know about the main colour of the shirt, and I suppose what you're saying about it being a mock-up and a fantasy design there, so I'll take it with a pinch of salt. But I think if it had been, for example, all black or all like the cover just above the red, I could have stomached it a bit more. But it's just the majority cover. It just can't really warm to at all. Even if they had kept that cover in the inside of the collar for it, fair enough, because it's soft there and it shows the wee logo. But I can't warm to that cover at all. Ollie, I think you said it's like a tea bag. That's all I can see now. So, that's that. Like,
yeah, does look like you see them scales when how you have your tea. This looks like it's the last one, doesn't it? Like pretty much the weakest tea you'll probably have.
Yeah.
We'll finish off for you then, Jake, on this one. You had it, I believe. Did you have it 5th in your list?
5th, I think it was.
Yeah. Give us your overriding thoughts on this shirt, mate.
Well, I missed whatever one, so I had to run downstairs for my phone charger. But yeah, I actually really like it. I think I'd probably put it further up my list now. Actually, I've seen it again. I just like the colours. I like the bar with where the badge and the Nike logo is. I like that little detailing in the collar and the collar itself. So yeah, I'd probably put it further up now. Actually, looking at it again.
Yeah, like I said, I think I had it 4th in mine. For a busy logo, it doesn't actually take up much. It doesn't draw your attention to it, which I think is quite good. I think that happens a lot with the Atletico shirts. So yeah, I think it's really, really quite nice. Different colours.
Yeah.
Very, very nice shirt overall, I think. Like I say, probably not going to be the one. Hopefully they do a little bit something more crazy, like Josh said. But yeah, coming middle of the road for us this week on our potential leaked kits for the 22-23 season is this potential 3rd shirt for Atletico Madrid. 38 points overall. So yeah, we're getting to the business end of this list. And 4th in the list overall with 41 points. It is the Juventus home shirt. Yeah, we'll jump straight in. We'll start with you, Jake. I don't think we started with you yet, mate. So you had it 4th on your list. Give us your thoughts on this potential shirt for next season for Juve.
I think it's just. I think I've ranked it 4th as well, but I think maybe I've ranked it 4th because I've compared it to this season's with the 4XE on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it automatically gains more points from doing that. I think I'd rank it a bit further down. It's classic Juventus, isn't it? Black and white stripes. But that Jeep sponsor is one of my favourite sponsors in shirts in general. I think it's really smart. But yeah, I think I've ranked it comparing it to the 4XE, unfortunately. So I think I'd probably put it further down now, looking at it again.
Yeah. Just before we move on, obviously, it is a mock-up prediction by Hendo CFC. Probably should have had him on, really, but I realised afterwards that he probably should have got him on to speak about it. But shout out to Hendo CFC. Come on another episode if you're watching. That would be great. Yeah, we'll go on. So, Ryan, you also had it 4th. You mentioned, you alluded to it earlier on. So, yeah, let's get your thoughts on this one, mate.
Yeah, I quite like there's only so much you can do, I suppose, with Juventus shirt reality does now, especially with the templates that they have. But just a bit of trim on the collar and the cuffs are quite like it's like a browny sort of gold, isn't it? So I kind of like that. And yeah, it's just classic Juventus. It's just sort of a classic clean design and just with a subtle difference to it, just to match the stars obviously above the newer badge. So yeah, no, I quite like it. I quite like the fact as well the Adidas interrupts the stripes. Just this is a subtle sort of wee tweak to it. So and again, just comparing it to the ones that are below it, I would definitely put that shirt above them. But fair play to. Did you say it was Hendo FC that done the design? So fair play, he's done a pretty cool design there. So whether or not it happens, but I hope it does, because I would, especially if you can get it in long sleeve with that sort of collar, or sorry, the cuff trim, that would be pretty cool in long sleeve.
Yeah, it is a great design. Ollie, you had it 3rd in your list, mate. So yeah, you're even more of a fan than Ryan is. So tell us why.
Yeah, certainly did. It's a bit of a throwback to kind of the just classic 80s kind of Juventus shirt. You can kind of picture like Michel Platini in this, I think, you know what I mean? Because it's just that simple. For all the reasons I slagged off the Liverpool shirt for being plain and boring and just simplify are the exact same reasons why I kind of love this shirt. It's plain and boring and simplified, but it's Juventus. It's classic thin stripes as well. The stripes aren't too thick. I think I've got the Juventus shirt from 2018 where the stripes are a bit thicker. Also with gold trim, and yeah, I kind of prefer it with the thin stripes. It just works. And like Ryan said, I like the gold trim as well.
Yeah, nice little piece of the design, that the gold trim on the shirt. So I had it 6 on my list, even though I probably should have put it a little bit higher. I think I've been a bit harsh on it. James also had it 6. Josh, you're the 3rd person out of us to have it 6 as well. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, big shout out to Hendo, Jack Henderson, absolute. I call him the kit whisperer. He's he knows, he's got so much knowledge, hasn't he? Yeah, there's maybe no smoke without fire with this one. He probably knows something we don't, to have designed it in this way. Yeah, I like it. I think Juve have had their 2 sort of creative years, haven't they? With the half and half, and then they had that one with the running out felt tip. I do think this is really nice. I think I quite enjoy the Juventus badge. I think the way they've designed it, I've already bought into that. I really think it's very effective. I think you had one of the images on here, Aaron, about the badge being within a shield. Is that right? Like it had like a white. It had like a white bounding box around it.
Yeah, it's on
like
that.
Yeah. I heard some chatter about that being a thing. That might be nice. That might add a sort of a bit more of a a wow factor to it. My OCD's doing flips at the moment. The fact that that's not all level, but we can look past that. We can look past that. No, I think it's a solid Juventus shirt. A huge shout out to Jeep if they decide to drop the 4XE, because it's making it 4 times as bad. I would be very happy if this became their shirt. But again, we just don't know, do we?
Sadly, we don't. So, Sean, 7 for you. So not like everyone else, and feeling it.
I actually prefer it. I put Spurs 5th and Bayern 6th, but I prefer it to those shirts. Again, I missed the gold trim when I was looking at it on my phone. I need to give it more credit than I did. My mind's changed, and I actually quite like it. I think it's in the top 4 instead of, I think it was 7th. I put it.
Too late now. Can't update the scores, unfortunately. But it's come forth anyway, so it's not too bad. Night out rating for you?
9.
Oh, nice. Decent 9.
Vertical stripes do wonders for me.
Oh, do they now? Shame they don't do something for your face, but we'll move on. The Adidas logo will also be updated starting next season. No Adidas, just stripes. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Hoping that's not true. I've seen a mock-up of that design. Not feeling it. I don't know about you guys.
There's no need, is there?
No, just keep it. If anything, take the stripes away and do like the sort of mid-90s, which just says Adidas. That's what you should be doing, I think. I'd rather see that. So there we go. Juventus coming forth on the list with 41 points. Doing quite well. Let's hope this is the design for next season for them. Moving on to 3rd with 45 points. I'm quite surprised at this. I thought this would be a lot lower. Maybe my scores brought it up a lot higher than probably people may want it to be. The Manchester United home shirt, potential home shirt. Seen a lot of pictures regarding this, even different ones with the sleeves looking a lot like the collar. But this is the one that was on Footy headlines. So we'll kick off with this one. Like I said, I put this 2nd. I'm a big fan. The collar does a lot for me. So that's why I've ranked it so high. James had it 5th. We will start with Ollie, who had it in 6th. The Old Trafford Club might be having this next season. Ollie, will you be buying it?
No, for 2 reasons. Not to give any more money to the Glazers, for 1. For 2, as much as I kind of like the nostalgia of having the badge enclosed in a frame, it's kind of like reminded me of like 94 season, kind of mid to early 90s. As much as I kind of like that nostalgic throwback, I've not been impressed by Man United shirts for a few years now. And for me, be interested to hear what you guys think. But I think the white collar clashes with the black stripes, and had to mark it down for that. So despite being a Man United fan, it doesn't work for me.
No, fair enough, mate. We'll move on to Josh. You had it 5th on your list.
Yeah, I think it's solid. It's very sort of Cantona-esque collar, isn't it? Which I'm sure you'll love. I think it's that bounding shield round the badge. I've heard there's been chatter about. Haven't they done something similar to that recently?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. It was the black
shield. Yeah.
I remember them doing that. It's a solid shirt, isn't it? I think Man United shirts are coming back, aren't they? I like the team viewer. I prefer it maybe without the actual sort of icon logo. Very, very reminiscent of Sharpen, wouldn't it? Obviously more letters, but still just like a logo, just like a word logo. But no, apart from that, I think it's a solid enough shirt. I think you're going to get a lot of people liking it. Just a good shirt. And it seems like there's been a couple of these thrown about. There's been one with like a checkered collar, has there not? Almost like a picnic rug sort of type of collar. So this one just seems to be them. Oh, yeah. Is there a pattern there? Just on
that one. Yeah, that is the one with the sort of. It looks like an Aztec sort of pattern for me, like the sort of blocky triangles. It looks like,
Yeah, it seems like we've seen enough of these now, sort of different versions of his league, for it not to be true. So I suspect that's what you'll be getting next year, man.
Yeah, I think so. Jake, one place lower than myself in third. You a fan of this then?
I think my United bias might have took over, but no, I like the nostalgic feel to it. I'm a sucker for a collar on a shirt, and that pattern within the collar itself is really nice. And I like the shield around the badge, like it's been mentioned. We brought it back in recent years. I can't remember exactly what season it was, but I can't remember who said it. But now they mentioned the white collar and the black Adidas stripes. They do kind of clash, don't they? There is a bit of a thing there, but yeah, solid for me. I think solid third.
Nice. And Sean, fourth for you. Obviously being a Manchester United fan yourself, even though you try and deny it. You big fan?
No, I'm Stockport blue on the inside.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Okay. I'm getting. But we've had that conversation previously. I'm getting Benfica vibes with this top. I actually like the addition of the 16-bit style shield around the logo. It's a good United kit. I don't like United kits in recent years, but this one's a good one.
Yeah, fair one, mate. So third in the list, 45 points overall. Manchester United's potential home shirt. I think that collar will definitely be there in some way. We'll move on to second in the list. A lot of people. I was surprised to come up so high. 55 points. It is the potential Manchester City away shirt for Puma. The classic Manchester City sort of red and black stripes. A lot thinner than you would usually have, I think. Scored quite high. We're going to start with Jake. He said his United bias probably put the United effort higher up. And he's gone and put the blue side top of his list. Let us know why, Jake, please.
Well, after Sunday, it's bottom of my list now. But it just works, doesn't it? It just annoyingly, it really works. Like they've done it a few times. They've done that one, the white shirt with a black and red sash. The black and red just goes together, especially with the gold. It just works for me. I think I had it top, so.
You did. I just realised, Ryan, I didn't come to you about the United shirt. Quickly, mate. You had it 7th. Just tell us why quickly.
Yeah, just I don't like the contrast between the white collar and the black stripe things. Ollie, you said that as well, didn't you?
Absolutely.
And the shield for me just looks awkward. So I don't really like. I don't mind the pattern on the collar itself. It's like the '94 sort of France shirt, if you remember the Spain ones as well, Argentinian stuff. It's sort of a throwback to that design-wise, but it has no relevance really to United to a certain degree. So if Adidas will say it in a long-winded way, but they'll say that they're throwing back to something for United. They're just throwing back to that design, I think.
Yeah.
But if the stripes had been white, it just would have made a bit more sense. Maybe have black shorts. If they want to get black in for the design. I think the socks are black or red actually, so that sort of covers it. But I hope there's not going to be the shade around the badge, and I hope that they change the stripes. I hope that the design's really wrong, but just from what happened last year, I accidentally stumbled on a leak of it and shared it on Twitter, and it went crazy. Not because I knew, I just got sent the photo and happened to share it on Twitter. That's all it was. But around this sort of time, when the photos are leaking, it does tend to be pretty accurate for them because people can't really hold the water with a club like that. So, but hopefully the stripes at least will change. But I mean, I'll probably end up buying it. Yeah. Because I'm a United fan, I'll buy it. But I'll see what the long sleeve looks like. Maybe the long sleeve will save it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so apologies for that, mate.
You're right.
Yeah. Back onto Manchester City then. Jake had it number 1 in his list. Big fan. We'll go with James had it 3rd. Actually, I had it 3rd. Sean had it 2nd. Why'd you like this then, Sean?
I like the kit from the what season was it? Was it 97, 98 when they had these similar colours?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh no, 95 it was. It was 95,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I like the throwback to it. And I was thinking the crest might have been better in gold, but I actually like it as the original crest. I think it's dead classic. And they do work, red and black. I love a black kit anyway, but the red works as well.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so second on your list for you. Josh, fourth for you, mate.
Yeah, it's good. It's harkens back to one of our earlier shirts. I forget when it was, but it had a black and red in it, didn't it? Very much AC Milan-esque, isn't it, as well, which is quite unusual. I have loved Man City shirts of late, mainly their sort of like away and third shirt offerings. Last year and the year before, which is absolute class. This one, yeah, interesting. I'm not here to be the Fabrizio Romano of football shirt leagues, but I'm pretty sure from what I've heard that isn't what it's going to be looking like. It's going to have the same colours, but it's not going to have the same sort of like layout. So it'll be interesting to see what the final one looks like. But no, I think that'll go down quite well with the fan base. Like Jake was saying, I think, or Sean, I think, was saying it as well. The Man City badge being non-playing in with the designs, a little bit of an eyesore. But again, that could be because it's not real.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll go to you, Ryan. Then, so you had it fifth in your list, mate. Let us know what you think of this one.
Yeah, it's taking the bias out of it, obviously, with them being the rivals and stuff, but it is quite a clean design. Probably would have rated it actually a bit higher, thinking back on it now, just taking a bit more time to look at it, I suppose, in the sense that maybe I think I put Juve fourth, so I'd probably swap them around. I think with the badge, I don't know if they'll go back to, because I was just looking at it there when you were saying about that, just about the badge being different, because they had the different badge. I think it was 2011 or 2012 or something when they had the black and red stripes for the shirt before and the old style badge on it. I don't think they'll change the badge, but the badge did stand out before. It just didn't have the circular design, so it'll probably soften, as you see it being worn and stuff. But no, I have to admit, like, it is a pretty clean design. And it's just a slight bit different to the Umbro effort of before. So that, they have their own sort of stamp on it to a degree. But it'll be interesting to see if they keep the stripes that thin, or if they maybe make them a bit bigger, or if they make the sleeves as plain as they've done it. The cuffs as well, to be fair, actually, just looking at them, I don't think they'll make the red that big on them. Puma tend to the kind of like sleeker lines. I don't know, it's just what I would say with them. So I would say that the sleeves will be slightly different.
Some really good points. And we'll finish off with you, Ollie. Fourth for you. Tell us why, mate.
Yeah, it's annoyingly good. I'm afraid to admit, it's kind of if you turned a 1940s smoking jacket into a football shirt, that's as close as you can get, I think. Particularly with the gold trim and the gold Puma badge and the gold Etihad Airways really works for me. I think Sean was right. It was around the mid-90s. They had a black and red kit as well with thicker stripes. And then I believe they brought it back the 07-08 season as their third shirt, which was Leacock Sportif in like fluorescent kind of badge. So it's nice to see that combination again. It does. It just really works. Looks symmetrical. Again, nice thin stripes, which seem to work well, I think. And it's just very pleasing on the eye.
Yeah, so there we go. Second on the list, 55 points overall. This obviously it's a concept, as we can see by LFC Union, but they do predict on Footy Headlines that these will be the colours for the Manchester City away shirt. I do prefer the white Puma logo to the gold that's on that. I think it works better with the badge matching up a little bit. But yeah, could this be seen by the Etihad Club next season? We shall see. So yeah, number one, there's only one kit left for us to talk about. Everyone on the panel knows because they've all sort of seen it. it is this, I think, amazing effort. Barcelona, potential home shirt for next season with a grand total. It's probably the highest scoring kit we've had. 67 out of a potential 70, which is, it's liked by the panel. I think 5 out of the 7 of us all put it top of their list, and I think we can see why. So myself, Sean, James, Josh, and Ollie all had it number 1. Ollie, let's start with you then, mate. Tell us why this is the best kit of the 10 I sent you.
I think what helps it for me is that I think the current Barcelona shirt is the most awful one they've ever had. I really don't like it. It's just a mess, isn't it? It just looks like a broken jigsaw puzzle. This one looks like a cashmere Scottish scarf, though. That's why I like it. Again, it's got the thin stripes, and it's probably one of the nicer home shirts they could potentially have had in the last 10 years. Symmetrical as well. And although we slagged off the Spurs shirt for having the kind of shoulders and the arms bold colour that are different, somehow this kind of works. A bit like a sock or something. If the colours work, the pattern, how it goes blue, red, kind of navy blue, and then back to blue again, that kind of works as well. Very pleasing on the eye once more, and quite trendy as well. I think if I was doing a night out rating, this would score highly.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there, mate. Josh, again, number 1 for you. Nike seem to have been messing around with the Barcelona home shirt a little bit too much for me, especially like Ollie said, this season's shirt not being attractive whatsoever. Do you think this one will get the die-hard Barca fans back on side?
Yeah, I think this will be a global success as well. I think it's music to my eyes. I think it does really sort of speak volumes. Again, that was a pun on the fly. That was a pun on the fly. No, I think it's really solid. I think like Ollie was saying, like last year it was an abomination. I mean, it was so crazy, but crazy bad. I think that a few people did mock-ups of it in a darker sort of brightness brought down. It looked all right. It was just the wrong colour. This though, it's different, but it's not trying to be something that is too wild. I think if this was the one, which I really hope it is, like you said, it just looks cool, doesn't it? Is that an off black? I don't think that's black as such, is it? But I think it would be better if it wasn't black, actually. And the way it plays in with the stripes there too. Yeah, no, I really do hope that this turns out to be it. I really do. I think a lot of people will wrap this up and certainly look to get this one in the basket for sure. No, really strong, really worthy of first, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It reminds me of the sort of 98-99 sort of season, the centenary kit they had where they had those really dark blue sleeves. It kind of reminds me of that Rivaldo. Yeah, definitely. So 2 people didn't have it number 1 on their list. We'll start with you, Ryan. You had it 3rd.
Just with a preference for the Bayern and the Madrid shirts, but it is a very, very nice shirt. I hope it's that sort of purpley navy as opposed to black. I hope they go for that sort of softer colour. I think it would complement it a lot better. And just when you mentioned it, I just nipped on the old football shirts. It's sort of because I thought about, what shirt does that remind me of? And it's the 03-04 home as well. Obviously, without the collar. I've always liked that shirt. So, fingers crossed that they get it and they don't mess it up with like a sleeve sponsor that looks silly. Obviously, Barcelona need all the money they can get. So if they could, they would probably cover like the South American shirts with sponsors, but thankfully it's not going to happen. But I think it is a very, very clean design if they keep it with the sort of purple or navy at the top. And obviously the Spotify logo, as long as they don't make it bright green, then it'll be a great shirt.
Yeah, definitely. Jake didn't have it 2nd in his list. He's kind of disappeared, so we'll just hopefully he comes in. If he comes back in, we can get his thoughts on it. So yeah, Sean as well. You had it number 1. Come on, mate. Give us your thoughts on this one, please.
Yeah, instantly it's very pleasing on the eye. Very attractive. You can almost get away with it being a third kit, I reckon, as well. Like Barca have had the home kits that look similar to the third kit as well. Yeah, it looks Barcelona colours, Barcelona stripes. I'd wear it.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying there. It kind of reminds me of the sort of Champions League one they've got this season. It's almost a home shirt, but not a typical Barca home shirt. But they've probably not had typical home shirts for a long time, to be fair. So, yeah, I agree with them points. Jake, nice to see you back with us, mate. You had it second in your list. Yeah, just give us your overriding thoughts on this one.
Yeah, well, like I said with the Juventus one, I think I think I've compared it to this season's current one. That's why I put it up so high up my list.
Yeah,
because like it's been mentioned, this one's is just a complete disgrace. But yeah, and the Spotify, I think the Spotify sponsor really works for it as well.
Yeah, no, it really does. So yeah, number 1 on our list for potential shirts for the 22-23 season is this by Barcelona. Let's hope this is the kit, especially with the Spotify. It does look really nice. But I think we've all said it probably is worthy winner of number 1. Only missing out on perfect score by 3 points. So yeah, really was scored high by everyone on the panel. And as always, the scores, so you know I'm not cheating. How everyone's ranked, so you'll see Barcelona there absolutely smashing it with 67 points.
Love
so,
that effort, by the way. Love that effort. That's great.
If it was effort, Josh, I wouldn't do it. Let's be honest.
It was James.
So there we go. Huh? It's James.
It was James.
It definitely isn't. It definitely isn't James. Don't give him no credit.
Loves the spread.
Yeah, of course he does. He loves to spread something. The 30 minutes. So that is the end of this week's shirts. But before we go, we've got a great announcement. It's almost fitting that he's on the show tonight. So we are going to be launching a brand new show on the channel. It's going to happen once a month, and it's going to be the last Sunday of every month. So it's going to start on the 27th of March. And it's with the man himself, Ryan from Northern Ireland Classic Shirt Co. Brand new show, and it's called, when I get the right picture up, it's got Talking Kit Get to Know. I've replaced James and Sean with a picture of Ryan. He's joined the club of Josh in getting his own sort of manga style Talking Kit face. So yeah, it's in collaboration with Ryan, and it's basically what we're going to do is we're going to sit down with another seller and another collector of shirts, and we're just going to get to know them, speak to them, find out what they love about the community, what they don't like so much, shirts they love, shirts they hate, and just giving some voices and putting some sort of faces to those familiar names in the community and just getting to know them. So yeah, we've had a quick chat. I think we're both quite excited about it. And yeah, Ryan, anything you want to say about it to people?
Yeah, just I hope people are able to tune in to it. It should be fun just to try and get perspectives from all different sort of corners, So obviously myself as a seller in the community, so I have to be all ears really to see what people think of the community, what can improve. What's really good about it as well. It's not all about just maybe tweaking stuff. It's about just enjoying it as well, and just getting different perspectives really from people that collect. If they collect maybe only higher end shirts, for example, or if people are collecting ones that they maybe spend lower budgets on, because there's no better or worse collection in that sense. It's just simply what people are comfortable spending their money on, and all collections are welcome to look at and discuss. And with regards to sellers too, just to see how their story is really, give them a chance to sort of explain why they're doing what they're doing, how they started, what they're thinking of doing maybe long term with it, or is it something they're just doing as a hobby because they have a bit of time to do it. So just it'll probably change because we'll learn stuff to maybe add in each month, So
Definitely.
And many suggestions we can get from people will also be all on board for that, because it's as much as us enjoying it, but of course it's about people listening, enjoying it. So we need to know what they want us to talk about. So gather as much information as we can, and hopefully keep it as entertaining and as easy going as we can too.
That's it. That's exactly it. So yeah, like I said, the first show, the 27th of March, time to be confirmed. But yeah, it is Talking Kit, Get to Know, in collaboration with Ryan and obviously Northern Ireland Classic Shirt Co. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully you'll join us and be involved in it as much as we want you to be on every show that we do here on Talking Kit. So yeah, that is the end of this week's show. Massive thanks to the whole panel again. Ollie, thanks for joining us from the noughties, mate, and spending a bit of time with us. Let people know where they can find you and what you're up to.
Lovely stuff. Find us on all socials at Team of Our Lives. Podcast is going pretty well, so check that out. So wherever you get your podcasts from, it's on all platforms as well. Pretty active on Twitter, doing goals for the noughties and all that kind of stuff. I've started doing pack openings on TikTok, which has gone extremely well. It's keeping me busy. Had like over 1 million hits in like a week. It's just been ridiculous. So I'm basically opening classic vintage Panini and Merlin sticker packs. So nice. On TikTok it's my name, Jenks Ollie, JENKS OLLIE. Check it out.
Nice one.
Awesome. Nice one, mate. Jake, let's come to you. Tell everyone about the newest member of the Shirt Pod family. And where they can all check it out, mate, and yourself as well.
Yeah, so the podcast is Talk Shirty to Me. It's me, Sam, SH Shirts, and Josh, Calabasas Shirts. And we've only just done the one episode, but that went up on Monday. And like I said at the start of this podcast, it's been received really well. We're recording our second one tomorrow. And that'll be, I think our upload day is mainly going to be Monday. So yeah, check that out on obviously where you get all your podcasts. The Twitter is Talk Shirty to Me _ and the Instagram is Talk Shirty to Me podcast.
Amazing stuff. Thanks for coming on as well, mate. Hopefully it's not the last time we see you.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. You're welcome anytime, mate. Ryan, we had a quick chat then, or a bit of a chat. But yeah, as always, where can people find you and what you're up to?
So just obviously my business is NI Classic Shirt Co. So on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I should probably listen to some education from Ollie on how to work TikTok, because I feel 50. I'm only 34, but I feel about 50 or 60. So, getting ideas for it.
I don't have a clue, mate. Don't worry.
Whatever you're doing, it's working, So it's working well. But I know, just trying to make a living selling shirts, really. To be honest, and if people are for shirts and stuff.
The dream.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but sometimes you're like, pulling your hair out too with it, but in a good way, So, but I know it's good, and it's good to obviously spread the word doing things, I guess, too. So thanks very much for having me on again.
No, it's our pleasure, mate. Thank you for, like I say, wanting to spend some time with us, and we'll see you on the 27th, mate. Obviously, can't wait.
Absolutely.
The main man, the superstar of the kit community, Josh, aka the Kitsman. Where can people find you, if they don't know already, if it's not already imprinted in their minds?
Yeah, just at the Kitsman on Twitter and Instagram. I just a few things just to mention. First of all, we've gone toe to toe with PSG Real Madrid tonight. So I think we've done them for viewership. Also, are we getting that check through, mate, from Puma, Adidas, and Nike? Because literally that was all that was on that list. Have you that? Yeah. Anyone else involved in that? That's kind of it, really, mate. Yeah. I really appreciate coming on again. Thanks for having us, and really enjoyed talking kit with you tonight, dude, and everybody else here. It's great to see you and put sort of like faces to names and such. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it.
Well, love it. Sean, quickly, anything you want to say or add?
Definitely going to give Jake a follow, and Ryan. Definitely going to watch all his TikToks, opening stickers. A little fetish of mine also. Josh, are you 30 or is that somebody else who's 30? in the
Like, my
background.
wife is 30. I'm very much the other side of that.
Yeah, that's the best side though.
Yeah, it's the best.
Tell her happy birthday.
I will do, man. Yeah. So.
Is that it, Sean? Is that everything?
That's everything. Great show.
Awesome. No, yeah, brilliant. As always, if it is your first time talking kit, do make sure you like the video, share it with your kit-minded friends, subscribe to the channel. Let us grow. Let us grow with you. That'll be great. We will be back next week, as always, with another episode of Full Kit Rankers. Hopefully going to get a main pod out. We've not done one for a while, but we've got ideas and we do want to get another one out very, very soon. But no, thanks for stopping by. And yeah, make sure that you keep it talking kit, and we'll see you very, very soon.